It was like Magic and Mike in one to me.
My favorite, that was my MJ.
Yeah, Penny was a problem, though.
And I was like, he the real deal.
All the talent that Shaq and Penny had.
I was more devastated because I knew what I lost.
That's something I always think about, like if I would have did it different.
Here's O'Neal, the trailer, from Anthony Hardaway. How do you stop that? On the run, Owens gets back. Oh, what a shot! So strong.
Oh, baby! Tear down the rim. The Magic have a break. Here's Hardaway. He'll hammer home on Ewing. Oh, baby!
When you talk about special duos in NBA history, you can't leave out Penny Hardaway and Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq was a true force of nature, 7 feet tall, 300 pounds of raw power when he was with the Magic, and every time he touched the ball near the rim, it felt like the backboard itself was in danger. And right beside him was Penny, smooth, tall for a guard, with the kind of handle, vision, and flair that felt years ahead of his time. Penny wasn't just feeding Shaq the ball, he was adding his own artistry to the game. The two of them flowed up and down the court with a rhythm almost no duo in history could match. Shaq dominated the paint, pounding defenders into submission. Penny sliced through defenses with style, pulling up, dishing dimes, finishing at the rim. Watching them was like unlocking a cheat code. Orlando didn't just have a team anymore, they had a show. Together they weren't just winning games, they were changing the atmosphere. In just a few short years, they carried the Magic all the way to the NBA Finals. What made them so special wasn't only their talent, but the way their games meshed so perfectly. Shaq was the power, Penny was the finesse. In the mid-90s, they weren't just stars, they felt like the future of the league. And even though injuries and circumstances kept us from seeing how far they could have really gone, that short run was unforgettable. So I'm going to show you NBA legends and players explaining how special Shaq and Penny really were.
When Shaq came into the league, he had such a great passion and enthusiasm for the game. With his size and strength and mobility, it was something we really hadn't seen.
O'Neal runs the floor, takes it all the way.
He's huge, he's menacing, but he really just attacked the rim.
That's a man's jam. And even Shaquille was impressed with that one. What a dunk.
You know, I'm not sure. I don't know if the league really knew what they were getting when they got Penny.
100 pounds from Memphis State.
He was something new.
New perspective, right? It was just like the league was turning. And then Penny came, he was almost like, he was like a phenomenon. Smooth, flair, flash. Little Penny, the shoes.
Call these shoes anyway.
Yeah, Penny. Gotta have the whole swag.
I guess you're going for the big numbers tonight, huh?
Everything was just a fresh new approach. You know, it was different than Jordan.
We've never really seen anyone else with his height handle the ball, play point guard, be that quick. Well, if you're a basketball fan and you don't know who Penny Hardaway is, I won't waste my breath telling you because you're not a basketball fan.
Pure hooper, Penny Hardaway.
Pure hooper?
Just hooper.
Yeah, he's nice. I seen Penny in the summer
Orlando Penny.
Yeah, he was nice.
Like without that, if you just strip everybody the accolades and you just watch their game, man, he one of the coldest ever.
Oh, okay. If that's the case, shit.
Penny Hardaway was cold.
Shit.
He got everything. He was like Magic and Mike in one to me.
Penny was my MJ. You know what I'm saying? That Penny in his prime years, I don't even know if he really reached his prime years. You know, his earlier years, he was so dominant. He was so good, bro. Like so good.
Crazy.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy. How they fit in right away as soon as he got in.
Wow. Like he was
like, an all-star right away.
He was like, wow.
Yeah.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Cerebral. You know what I'm saying? Just he had it all, bro. Can facilitate. I was like, ooh. So
and it looked good.
It looked so
he dunked the ball.
Everything
looked
so
too
good.
sweet.
It just looked, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? It just looked like, damn, dog, poetry in motion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was my favorite. That was my MJ.
That was my Michael Jordan, bro, growing up. Because you got to think, he played for the Magic. I grew up 30 miles right down the street, so I watched him every single day. And, bro, Penny, man, Penny was the truth, bro.
Hell yeah, Lord. People don't forget. They forget how cold Penny would have been one of the greatest players, hands down, if had it not been injury.
Yes, sir.
Penny was a killer.
So that was my dude, man. Footwork, passing ability. He was cold, man.
Man, Penny was the truth.
You know, when I was like 19 years old, when I first started, I was watching just a fan. I was just a fan of Michael Jordan and Anthony Penny Hardaway and Grant Hill and, those guys. I was just a fan. But then when I started playing the game, I actually started like studying what those guys were doing out on the floor and what teams were doing, how teams were guarding, how coaches were coaching, subbing patterns, time of possession.
Penny was a problem. One of the first 6'9", 6'8" point guards we done seen. He was a problem, man. I think when they put Little Penny out there, it kind of fucked him up. They should have left Little Penny in the damn background.
Why? Why you say that?
God, he got bought into all that shit, man. And, you get caught up sometimes. You get caught up in that shit, man. And, instead of doing your job and shit. But, Penny was a problem, though. But,
Penny, like, growing up, he was the standard. For a minute, there was 2 years that he was better than Jordan, bro. Yes.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
No.
That's a bold thing to do on this. Listen.
Here we go.
2 years. For 2 years, Penny Hardaway was better than Michael Jordan.
Boy. Stop.
All right. No, I'm not.
When you talk about statistically.
When he came back, when he was 4'5", Penny was better than Michael Jordan.
You are tweaking.
I'm not tweaking.
Didn't he get him 50 though?
Who?
Mike?
I
Didn't he get him 50
what he
twice?
gave him, but I
think
know he
did
was
it
more
twice.
killer than him.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, Penny was one of my favorites too. I love big point guard. I wanted to be a big point guard.
Penny had me on the post, and I was like, I got him. He did a spin move, baseline, reverse dunk. And I was like, he the real deal. So I think it was Penny was the first that really, really, really got at me, for sure.
If he had stayed healthy, Reg, finish that sentence.
First ballot Hall of Famer, easily. I mean, could do everything. I know people like to compare him to Magic Johnson. They were different type, tall guards. Penny was special because he saw the floor like Magic, but I thought he was a better scorer and maybe post-up player than Magic. And to remember, him and Shaquille at a young age.
I know.
At a young age. I mean, we had our battles back in the early 90s going against those guys, and we were fortunate to beat them, but Penny was just a rookie. So I knew the following year, once he figured it out, and they took us to 7 games and beat us in 7 games. So, yeah, he would be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
If Penny Hardaway and Grant Hill hadn't got injured, we would have conversations about both of those guys being 2 of the top 12 players of all time. They would definitely be in that conversation between 11 and 20. They would be in that conversation. No hyperbole.
I really believe you'd be talking about Penny in the same light as Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, man. I think he was really that talented, that good.
So they go to Hardaway. One bounce. Oh, what a great behind the back. Arroyo for the layup right side.
Oh, Penny Hardaway behind his back. 3-point bomb. Good! Now the Magic have a break. Here's Hardaway. Hill hammer home on Ewing.
This is Penny on the run. Owens gets back. Oh, what a shot.
Penny is like magic. He has point guard skills, center skills, post-up skills. He's an exceptional player.
Once a big guard gets into the lane, you can't do anything.
Penny drives baseline. Beyond the rack.
Nobody could do anything with Oscar. I had the same way, and now Anthony's doing the same thing. And he jumps higher than both of us, probably put together.
At the time, the NBA or basketball world was looking for the next Michael Jordan. Penny Hardaway, right after Grant Hill, was that next guy that was 6'8", that could handle the ball, that could shoot the three, he could post up. He was basically a matchup nightmare at the point guard position.
I was aware of his game, and there were some similarities. I think we were both guys that 6'7", 6'8", could do a lot of different things on the court, and I was just anxious to sort of how does his game translate at the next level? Can he sort of play that point guard position, or is he more of a 2?
We played them in the first round, Miami Heat in Orlando. So we go up 2-0. And was it 2-0? Yeah, 2-0. Then we go up there, we win game 3. Man, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. But oh my God. he turned into another person. And we couldn't stop him. He was making everything. I mean, turnaround jump shots, step backs.
The quarter turn step back, the inside with the funny style inside turn.
Man, I mean, I don't know what happened, but we couldn't stop him. If he did not get hurt, like he said, we'll be talking about him and Michael getting MVPs or who the scoring leader, this and that, because he was just that good.
Though, in your opinion, if you had to sum it up in 10 seconds.
Egos. Egos. And it's just a darn shame that all the talent that Shaq and Penny had, Shaq and Kobe, that they couldn't just be one and win championships. I wish people just, Google. Just go and look at the highlights of a Penny Hardaway in his prime, healthy.
6'8".
6'8", can pass, shoot, explosive, just high IQ basketball-wise out there on the court. If that guy had been healthy, you can say he could have been the first ballot Hall of Famer.
I think Penny could have been at least as good as Kobe's career if he stays healthy. Because I agree with you.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm serious. You're talking about 6'7", 6'8", can, see the floor, three-pointers, drive to the basket, assist, you name it.
You do a movie called Blue Chips. You get that. You get the opportunity to meet Anthony Hardaway before he's ever played an NBA game.
Never knew who Penny Hardaway was, because I'm doing what I'm doing. So we playing, and they keep putting us on the same team. I'm like, damn, man, this actor, he cold. I was like, that motherfucker, I'm telling, I would run, and every time I do like this, I'm like, he cold, and then finally somebody said, man, that's Penny Hardaway, man. I was like, who the fuck is Penny Hardaway? I said, man, he probably gonna be the third pick, because I knew we had the first pick. But behind closed doors, D. Scott always telling me, man, this your team, you got to take over. See, I've never been the guy to come in the office and say, do this, do that. Yeah. Eventually, I had to become that to get my way. So I went to the office, John Gabriel, and I said, John, draft is coming up. Scott Skiles is cool, but I'm envisioning the next Magic and Kareem. It's a guy named Penny Hardaway. I've been with him all summer. If you don't draft him, I'm going to be looking to do something else when my deal is up. And I walked away, but I was scared when I said I was I think if we didn't have those egos, we could have definitely worked that out. Because I always tell people he was Kobe before Kobe. Penny Hardaway was a cold cat. He really was. He really was. That's something I always think about. Like if I would have did it different.
Well, I was hurt because I knew that when he had left that it was downhill for us, because you can't lose a guy of that magnitude. Shaq was, to me, the best big man in the NBA. And to lose him, I knew that it was going to end my title run to try to get a ring, and that he was going to go on to bigger and better things in LA. I was more devastated because I knew what I lost. It wasn't never about me. It was always about team. It was all about winning championships. And when I lost Shaq, I was like, you're not going to win a championship now. Unless you just go out and grab some really good free agents to come here, it's going to make it way harder. I knew I lost a giant in the game, and you can't lose that guy and think that you're going to win championships, right? So I knew I was going to play well, but I knew I wasn't going to have Shaq there to be able to win championships. And I was more devastated than anything. I never felt the pressure to go out and perform at a high level because I knew I could score 20+ a game with my abilities. It's just knowing that you can win a championship.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. And do you think Shaq and Penny could have been a dynasty if they stayed healthy and together? Let me know in the comments. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, and until next time.